This season of 90 Day has ended up being a bit underwhelming, but there have still been some great moments along the way. So rather than talk about just one couple, I'm gonna do a greatest hits kind of thing, which does not include Jabri and Miona because nobody cares anymore. These two are most likely on the show just for clout, and they somehow managed to be the most boring couple on the entire season, which is probably a good thing for them. If you're boring on this show, that usually means that your relationship isn't a complete disaster, so that's good for them. Anyway, the first thing we need to address before talking about anything else is the floor steak, everybody. We need to talk about the floor steak. Alright, so you know the story already. It's pretty standard 90 Day stuff. They meet online, he goes to visit her once, and then eventually she moves to the US so they can get married. But here's the catch. Thais is also moving in with this dude, Patrick's brother. Obviously, she just wants her and Patrick to live on their own, but Patrick is very reluctant to move apart from his brother. So we end up with scenes like this.
Want me to make you breakfast?
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What the?
What is this, John?
What is this? What?
Beer?
Beer?
In the morning?
You know what beer is?
Yeah, she knows what beer is.
Beer.
Oh, so what? You're saying a guy can't get up at 8 in the morning, pound some brews, and play some Elden Ring? And now you're gonna tell me you don't even know what beer is? You have a lot to learn about America.
Yeah, she knows what beer is.
Beer.
There's beer in Brazil.
I don't know. Just asking a question.
Alright. How am I supposed to know there's beer in Brazil? I'm not from Europe or Asia or wherever the hell Brazil is. I'm an American. It's in South America, dude. That doesn't even make any sense. How can America be south when it's here? You are sounding like an insane person right now.
Again, okay, John?
Oh, no. I live here too. I live here too.
So crazy people.
No, crazy?
drink
I know
beer
crazy.
in the morning.
No.
Did I mention that this is the first morning that she's here? I think John is just trying to prove that he can do whatever he wants in his house and that this is what you should expect. And he wanted to make that very clear early on.
You arrive one day, I'm sitting here playing a video game, you're gonna pull this? Nah.
And not just any video game, I'm playing Elden Ring. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to play this game after drinking 7 beers? You should be impressed. For real though, I would guess that he's playing Madden or something like that, but when Patrick came down, whatever sounds were coming from the TV, I don't know what game that was.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What the?
If anyone knows what he's playing, you should totally comment because I'm curious.
It is a little early for some beer.
No bueno. I don't know if that's what it's called, but no bueno.
You hear that, Thais? I just spoke Brazilish to you, and that shows that I'm serious about this.
If I have a beer at 11, 12 in the afternoon, what does that matter to her? We should be ourselves and individuals, and if that's a problem, I bite.
You know, it is his house too, so if he wants, he can sit around and drink beer in the morning, and nobody can really do anything about it. When this all happened on this season, I was wondering why Patrick didn't just wait until he had his own place to move her here, but then I realized he has no intentions of ever moving apart from his brother. So it seems like this is something that she's just gonna have to get used to for a while.
How do you feel about us being together as a family?
Difficult.
We'll give it a shot, figure it out. I think you guys will get along.
Oh, I'm sure they'll get along very well, and everything will go wonderfully, especially when you start having kids, and this guy's still here. That's gonna be perfect. So anyway, next, John decides to try cooking a steak, and it's a disaster. It's just too bad that Jesse wasn't here to get angry at it.
Yeah, well,
John sabe fazer ovos para ele.
I'm just trying to help out because he's cooking the steak.
Yeah, don't let her tell you what you gotta cook. Yeah,
She wants me to eat with
you
her,
cook
so-
what the you wanna cook.
It's a rocky start.
Yeah, I would say at the very least it's been a rocky start, but hopefully John will cook a nice steak, and they can bond over the cooked steak, and they'll all have a nice meal together.
Oh no. Your steak's choking her. Você tudo bem?
Isso foi...
There's alarms going off and shit, everybody's coughing, and he's just standing there drinking his beer like nothing's happening. Would you trust this guy to cook a steak? I don't know, I'd be pretty concerned.
John, you gotta put the fan on.
It's called flavor.
No, you gotta put the fan on.
Flavor.
It's called
That's
you're
what
gonna
it is. No, it's
you're gonna
called
choke my
flavor.
fiance out.
What?
All right.
It's all that.
And then it happened. The floor steak incident. But luckily John reacted very quickly and picked it up and put it back on before anybody noticed.
What'd you do? All right.
I flipped it on the ground.
Oh, let me guess. Now all of a sudden you have a problem with eating a steak that was on the floor. Give me a break. Next, you're gonna try to tell me there's a North America.
John, so you're gonna make a new steak or what?
No, you're gonna eat what? No, we're gonna eat
You
the
can
same
eat
thing.
it.
I think,
Why
yeah.
not?
You can...
Chop the ground? How? There's hungry kids in this world.
Here in America, we don't waste food. That is something that never ever happens. Ever.
Yeah, bro, she's from Brazil.
No, I don't. Exactly.
You know she knows about hungry kids.
Exactly. So therefore, you're gonna eat.
In America, it's considered rude to move into somebody else's house and then refuse to eat their floor steak. So you're gonna eat.
What am I gonna take some wet wipes and disinfect it? No.
What, the steak?
Or you could just, not put a steak on the floor in the first place. All right, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's move on to Kobe and Emily, which is not going to be very much fun at all. Just to give a little bit of background, Kobe and Emily met in China, and I'm pretty sure shortly after they met, she got pregnant, like within a few weeks. So she returned to the US and gave birth to their son, and a few years passed before Kobe was actually able to come here and meet his son for the first time. And this is where the show picks up. Kobe is flying to the US to see Emily for the first time in 2 years and also meet his son. In the beginning of the season, I was like, okay, here we go. A normal couple with normal problems. And then, of course, a few episodes went by. So right when Kobe gets here, understandably, the first and only thing he has on his mind is to meet his son. Like, he's looking forward to that a lot. And it's actually really amazing to see someone care so much about their son on this show, because let's face it, that's not always the case. But anyway, Emily wants to have sexy time first. So she plans a few days for them to stay in a hotel together and just have some alone time. And Kobe is very disappointed by this because he just wants to see his son. And also, she did not tell him this until he had already landed and was expecting to go see his son right away. And now he's finding out he needs to wait a few more days.
So, I know you really want to go see Coben, but I just think, I haven't seen you in 2 years. That means we haven't had sex in 2 years.
Is that what that means? Really? So I know you want to see your son, but the thing is, I've been around him for a couple years already, so for me, it's like nothing special, And you've already made it 2 years without seeing your son, so I figured it'd be no big deal if I just prolonged it another couple days.
So I was thinking maybe we could just, have one night together, because I want you to see Coben, obviously. I don't want to take away from that, but would you be okay if maybe we had a date night and stay the night somewhere?
Oh wow, he looks really thrilled about that idea. I know she hasn't seen him in a while, and she wants to just spend time with him alone, but also I think she needs to see it a little bit more from his perspective. Sure, he hasn't seen you in 2 years, but he hasn't seen his son ever, and it's a good thing that he wants to meet his son so badly. You think Asuelu would have the same energy if he were in this position? No, he would eat an unripe orange and then sit inside playing Fortnite during his son's birthday until he fell asleep.
I thought we were gonna meet here today.
I know, but don't you want to have, one date night with me, babe?
I want to meet Coben so badly. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way he says, I thought we were going to meet him today, it just makes me feel so bad for him. She seems disappointed, but I think it's a good thing that his number one priority is his son, They can have a date night or go stay away for a few days another time. Emily lives with her parents, and they don't seem to mind helping out with Coben. And yes, his name is Coben, not COVID, just to clear that up, because you might hear COVID multiple times like I did. Even the subtitles think she's saying COVID.
How is this possible? I felt like she was being selfish. I want to see my son. Please. Give me a chance, let me see my son as well. I have never met him before.
Yeah, but Emily has met him before. But you know what she hasn't done? She hasn't had sexy time in 2 years, and that's more important. So eventually Kobe reluctantly agrees, and they go out on a date night together, and it's very, very romantic.
I know we're obviously on a date night and we're going to a hotel, but just a quick question. You sold the cafe.
Yeah, I did.
And you got money out of it.
I did.
How much money?
I got the money, I invested in it, which is okay.
All the money.
All the money.
How much money?
All the money that you put in the cafe is...
Just say how much money already, Kobe. We're on a date night, for God's sake, and this is a romantic topic of discussion. Now tell me how much money you brought over here.
You know my side, obviously financially we're not... how much money did you even bring? You didn't even tell me on the phone.
How much money?
So Kobe, I know you wanted to see your son and everything, but I figured instead we could go on a date night and argue about money. I understand that she wants to know, but the dude just got here. Can they just wait to have this discussion?
It's a surprise.
I don't want to pay for everything, babe.
What do you have to pay for?
My own ring. Do I have to pay for my own ring? I want a real ring.
Did I say you're gonna pay for, babe?
I think it's illegal to get married without a real ring.
So right now, her main priority is who's gonna pay for the ring. It sounds like they both don't have a job right now. She might work part-time, I'm not entirely sure. And he can't work for a while. And she also has no idea what he's like as a father yet because he hasn't met his son. She still lives with her parents, and according to her parents, she's never had to live on her own and pay bills and rent and things like that. But yes, let's all worry about who's gonna pay for the ring because it's illegal to get married without having a real ring. Did you hear her? Also, I haven't gotten to this part yet, but I figured figured I'd mention it because I'm not entirely sure if I'll include it or not. She wants to have a really nice wedding, and she asks her parents to pay for all of it instead of just getting married at the courthouse and trying to plan to have a better wedding in the future when they both have their finances in order. Ooh, and I just thought of something. We need to go back in time a little bit before Kobe arrived when she was talking to her parents about Kobe coming here.
So he can't work for 90 days, right?
Like 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
Get married in 90 days.
Okay, I'm picking up the tab for 6 months. I mean, I'm supporting everybody for 6 months, right?
Yep.
All right.
Oh my god, the smugness in that answer and that little smile she gives afterward, it comes off as so rude to me. Like, he's supporting you for 6 months and you say it like it's just expected, like it's a given. And then she has the audacity to pester Kobe about money. If I were her, I would be like, you have no idea how much I appreciate this. You're providing for me, my fiance, and my son for 6 months. Okay, so let's flash forward again. Kobe eventually meets his son, of course, and that's a really nice moment. Like, I was really happy for him. So the first night he's there, they're all about to go to sleep in the same bed, you know, the first time that they're all together as a family. But Emily grows increasingly irritated with Kobe's presence and then eventually just kicks him out entirely and makes him go sleep in his own room down the hall away from her and her son, apparently. It doesn't really seem like their son.
It's okay, babe.
So do you think this is gonna work out?
Good. You'll be fine.
No, I mean in this bed, because I'm
this
thinking right
bed?
now I'm already claustrophobic. I'm freaking out.
I'm not disturbing you from doing your duty, all right?
I know, but Coben takes up all that space. I guess we'll just try it. We're gonna try it
I'm
out.
gonna try it, okay?
So even before this part, she was telling him to stop playing with Coben because it's time to go to sleep and she doesn't want him to wind Coben up before they all go to bed. But she seems to forget that he's just trying to bond with his son for the first time and he's excited to be around his son. Like, she doesn't seem to understand that. And then she starts to say that she doesn't know if this is gonna work because it's all claustrophobic and there's not enough room in the bed, even though there's plenty of room on her other side and she's just moved over too much next to them.
Kobe being here is great, and I know he's so excited to be close with Coben, but right now he's actually distracting Coben, and I think Coben's really confused. It's normally just him and mommy in bed.
And she just wants to keep it that way, apparently. Of course he's confused. He's never met his father yet. This is the first time. Like, so he's got to get accustomed to it at some point. And I'm not a parent, so I have no idea. You know, I can't really judge too much. This is just what my opinion is from what I've seen.
And now here we have Daddy in the mix, who's being loud and not following our bedtime routines.
Oh, try and see how you can turn off the light from that, I see.
Wait, Kobe is being too loud? I feel like he's always talking at a really low volume.
I know. Well,
Oh, my.
I don't know how he's gonna go to bed with you in this bed. I think it's gonna be hard. But there is always another bed for you. I guess you're gonna sleep in the other bed tonight.
So Kobe was dragged out to a date night he didn't want to go to, and then he had to wait 2 days to see his son, only to be kicked out of the bedroom right when they were about to go to sleep and have to spend the night alone. And yeah, this is why I said talking about these two might not be very much fun, because it's mostly just frustrating. But it's okay, because it gets worse.
I've had 17 months to figure out being a parent, and I just feel like I have it down. You know, I just have been doing it by myself. It's just been, you know, Kobe and I.
She keeps saying this like it's a bad thing that Kobe is here now. Like, seriously, now I have to share time with Kobe? I can't just have him all to myself? His father is around now? Are you kidding me? Just imagine with Kalani and Asuelu, if he was trying this hard to learn how to take care of his son, do you know how happy she would be and proud of him she would be?
right.
It's time for the diaper.
Don't tickle him while you do it,
It's
babe.
okay. I can handle this.
You don't even have the wipes ready.
Oh,
You don't even have the wipes ready, Kobe. You know what? Just get out of the way. You're not ready to be a father. It's funny. You can tell as soon as she walks over and she looks at him, everything he's doing is wrong. She's like, all right, that's wrong. Don't do that. Move him there. Don't do this. Kobe, you're doing it. Kobe, come on, man.
You have to have everything ready.
I understand. It's okay. It's my first time, and I'm doing it alone.
I like things a certain way. I'm a Virgo.
Oh, no. Can't believe she actually just said that. Really? You know, maybe it's just because you've always had your way and you're not used to not having your way. That's what this smile says to me. This smile right here told me everything I needed to know.
I'm very precise. I like it to be my way or the highway. So it's hard to allow Kobe to take over right now.
This is the face she makes when Kobe does anything, ever.
I know I'm very good with kids. I love kids.
Do you believe I could do this, babe?
So I think that she should trust me and get some confidence in me when it comes to our son.
Wow, sounds like someone's not a Virgo. Remember, Kobe, she's a Virgo.
All right, Daddy's gonna put you in the car.
Maybe. We'll see. Probably not. I might have to take you from him.
Babe, I think I should drive, because I think I'm a better driver than you are.
Yeah, okay, you're not a better driver than me. You're not gonna drive your first time in America with Coben in the car.
But why?
All right, here we go. I actually agree with Emily on this one. Driving can be vastly different from country to country, and I completely understand that she doesn't feel comfortable him driving for the first time in America when their son is in the back seat.
I don't really care how experienced you are in driving, but I don't feel comfortable you driving with Coben in the car.
My own car?
Until...
My own son?
Yeah, in my car, not your car. It's my car.
Even though she scares me a little bit, she's being pretty reasonable here, I think. And luckily, Kobe just agrees and ends up getting in the car while she drives. Also, he said that he takes it as an insult that she doesn't want him to drive, but he started this off by saying he's a better driver than she is.
Can you buckle, please?
He didn't even have time to buckle. He just sat down and shut the door. All right, well, there you have it. Kobe and Emily, everybody. There's still more to talk about, but I don't want to bum you out any further. So I was going to talk about these two as well in this video, but it started to go on way too long, so I figured I'd roll that over for the next one, which will be a lot sooner than this one was compared to the last one, if that all made sense what I just said right there. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and just a reminder, my brother and I have a weekly podcast that is only on Patreon right now, but it will be on Spotify and Apple and all that stuff eventually. There's also videos on these two couples which aren't on YouTube at all. But anyway, that is all I have for today. I really appreciate you sticking around this long, and I will see you again very soon.
It is a little early for some beer.
No bueno. I don't know if that's what it's called, but no bueno.
Also gonna be a nice awkward breakfast.
Salute.